Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Talking Rocks Cavern. Explore the beauty above and below ground at Talking Rocks Cavern. The Springfield Greene County Park Board reminding you to go play. And Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you. At least it's one of us here on a Friday morning. It's Friday, finally. Been a long week for a lot of you, no doubt. Sarah's not able to be with us this morning, so I'll have to handle it solo, but I'm glad you're with me. We'll hang out together on Friday and get the weekend started. We'll start with news. That's what we do. An Ozarks man will soon be sentenced for his role in a crash that killed a Mansfield firefighter earlier this year. Cody Skaggs pleaded guilty to driving while intoxicated. Skaggs crossed the center line back in April on Highway 60 and hit a police car head on. Firefighter Justin Sanders was in that police car and he died at the scene. He was taking part in a ride along with a police officer when this happened. Sanders also served as an EMT in Wright County. Very sad story. Well, it is welcome aboard to 85 people representing 38 countries who can now call themselves American citizens. Be they from Indonesia, South America, Bangladesh. That naturalization ceremony yesterday was impactful for all. We told you that was going to happen, and then it happened yesterday, and it's always a powerful ceremony. These people work so hard. There's a lot that's involved with becoming a U.S. citizen, a legal citizen, and they went through it. They pledged their allegiance to this great nation, and they renounced their own nation. So there's a lot involved with that, and they did it yesterday, and welcome to the United States. That's cool. This is a story that, it's unbelievable. It shocked me, and then you think, man, what else is happening that we don't know about? And here it is. I'll tell you the story. Some big companies in the United States, including several in St. Louis, have been unknowingly funding North Korea's weapons of mass destruction program. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Here's how it happened. Apparently, thousands of IT workers hired by U.S. companies were working remotely from North Korea and sending millions from their earnings, spending it to fund North Korea's ballistic missiles and weapons of mass destruction campaign. They used fake information to be hired. They were remote workers, so the companies did their best due diligence, but none of it was true. The St. Louis FBI office figured this out and just busted the case. It's warning that office now. The FBI is warning that this is so prevalent, this scam deal, is that if your company is hiring a freelance IT person, you are more than likely, according to the FBI, a part of this scheme, albeit unknowingly. But millions of dollars has gone from the United States to help fund North Korea's weapons of mass destruction program from U.S. companies. It's mind-boggling, but I feel like we're just scammed left and right by these other countries. We got to get it under control. Back here at home, Republic is getting a new branch of the Springfield Greene County Library. Library received $4.5 million in COVID money to expand the Republic branch and is looking for some other grants to help pay the balance of how much this project is going to cost. There are two options on the table right now: building a new library near the current library on land that the library system already owns, or building a new library near James River Freeway on land currently owned by the Republic School District. They haven't decided on which of those two they're going to do, but we'll keep you posted and let you know when they decide. A Kansas manufacturer is opening a new plant in Springfield. SPX Cooling Tech makes cooling-related products. The new plant will be built in the Partnership Industrial Center. That's off Interstate 44, just east of 65. And when it's built and functioning, it will employ more than 60 people. So that's good. This is a bit of a snapshot of our current economy. Home sales dropped last month to the lowest level in 13 years. This comes, of course, as higher prices and mortgage rates have pushed many would-be buyers out of the market. just too expensive. Another contributing factor, historically low supply of homes for sale. So it's a tough time to be trying to buy a house, that's for sure. Yesterday, we told you about the earthquake preparedness drills, and it wasn't just about that, but also for state highway department workers. It was about preparing for the coming winter. Winter is coming, as they say. Not ready for it. I'm not ready for it personally, but now I guess MODOT is ready, or at least more ready. Road crews reacted to a simulated forecast for lots of snow, and they planned on that snow coming, so they went out in force. They tested out all of their equipment and emergency communications they used during big winter storms. It seems like it went smoothly. Of course, there was no actual snow and ice on the ground, so we'll all find out together, hopefully in the distant future. We also told you about Missouri State's homecoming. It's this weekend. It's also Evangel's homecoming. The football team there is doing very well, currently 7-0 on the season, ranked 13th in the country in the NAIA. That's where I used to play soccer years ago, not at Evangel, but in the NAIA, so I'm familiar with that. Tomorrow they take on Friends University from Wichita, which is also good. They are ranked 25th in the country, and they are currently 6-1. So something's got to give tomorrow. Go Valor is all we have to say. And then heads up this weekend, literally, this is going to be cool. I might stay up to watch this. I'm interested in seeing one of them. I've never actually done it, but I think I'm going to this time. There's a meteor shower that we should be able to see weather-wise. It started last night, and the peak of it should run through Sunday. After midnight tonight and then tomorrow night, just look up and to the east from the darkest spot you can. Obviously, if you're away from city lights, you'll be able to see a lot more. And you get into that situation, and you should be able to see a bunch of these meteors. So that'll be cool. And then tomorrow from 11 to 4, the Pets and Pumpkins Family Festival is happening on Park Central Square. Pets and Pumpkins has one of the largest costume parades in the state of Missouri. Both pets and people are invited to enter the parade. It's a walking parade. There's a contest involved as well, so it's a lot of fun. The costume parade lineup begins at 2:30 on Park Central East. So if you want to be part of that, you can get there at 2:30, and then the parade will start after that, and you can line up anywhere around downtown, the Park Central Square, to just view the parade, see it as it rolls by. Also tomorrow, and if you don't know about this by now, you probably shouldn't be involved, but tryouts for the new Ozarks Lunkers Arena football team will be happening. So if you're just now, oh, that sounds like something I could do tomorrow. I've been looking for something. My planner is empty. I'll go try out for the Ozark Lunkers football team. Surely, if you're good enough to be on that team, you know about this already. But this is neat. They're looking to field a team. They'll hold tryouts from 1 to 3 in the p.m. at the indoor facility out at Allison Sportstown, near the airport, which is an incredible complex. The indoor facility is great. My boy plays soccer out there on the outdoor turf fields, and then indoor on the fields whenever it's cold outside. That's where the Lunkers will be having tryouts 1 to 3 tomorrow. They start their inaugural season in arena football next summer, of course, in that new arena that's maybe close to finish now at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. So that's super cool. The Lunkers are getting ready to play. Speaking of football, we have the Chiefs contest that is still underway. All you have to do is go to aroundtheozarks.com or on the Around the Ozarks app that's free on your smartphone, and you can enter the contest by just picking the final score of this Sunday's game. And this Sunday, the Chiefs are playing the Chargers at Arrowhead. 3:30 is game time. So go to aroundtheozarks.com and just total up what the Chiefs are going to score in your mind, what the Chargers will score, add that total score up, and then enter it into the contest. However many people pick that number that is correct or closest without going over will be entered into the contest. We'll pull a name, and that person will win either autographed jersey from a Chiefs player or Chiefs tickets to a game at Arrowhead. So the prizes are fantastic. You can't go wrong with that. And it's an easy way. You don't have to have a lot of great football knowledge to be part of this. You just guess a score, look at last week's score, and go somewhere near that if you want to. But it's a good contest. We have that contest going on all the time. We give away great prizes here. So we hope you're enjoying the podcast. We sure enjoy bringing it to you. Can't tell by Sarah today because she just didn't show up this morning. But we have a great time bringing it to you. Hope you like the news that we do. We try to keep it lighter so that it's not doesn't want to make you drive your car off a bridge as you're going to work and listening to it. We try to make it entertaining. It's news that we would want to know about and do want to know about. So we want to share it with you, and we get to stay in news. So thank you for following. Share with your friends. We'd love to have more people engaged and part of this. Comment on Facebook, and man, have a great weekend. Let us know if you make the Lunkers team, because I'd be interested in that for sure. And record some video of you trying out so that we can see that. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here bright and early on Monday. And we're getting closer to fall and wintertime all the time, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? All right. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. It is Friday, October 20th, and I have fantastic fall weather in the forecast as we get closer to the weekend. So my message to you today is to make some outdoor plans. You want a pumpkin patch, you want to take some fall photos, just want to be outside before things get really cold. Take advantage of this weekend. It looks fabulous. I have high temperatures in the 70s each day, and that includes today on Friday, a high temperature 73 degrees. This morning, things are looking pretty nice. We've got temperatures in the mid and upper 40s for you, so not too chilly, but light jacket weather. It's that time of year where you got to leave the house with the jacket, and by the afternoon, you don't need it anymore. You can leave it behind. Pack some extra space, though, in the bag, because the morning lows are going to be kind of chilly, and the low temps will be cool. However, afternoons look fabulous all weekend long. Get outside today. That's my message for you as we get closer to the weekend each and every day. Low 70s, lots of sunshine. Today we have a breeze out of the northwest behind the cold front that came through yesterday. Nothing too strong, 5 to 10 miles an hour. It should be pretty light for us, and I have temperatures that will make it into the low and mid 70s today. Maybe a little bit cooler by Saturday and Sunday, with temperatures still making their way to the low 70s. The cold front, though, now well east of our region, and it's the East Coast that's going to get all the active and unsettled weather for the weekend time frame. The rest of the country is quiet. I mean, we are talking about a ridge of high pressure building back into the west, and that's allowing for some tranquil conditions, some warmer than average numbers, and we get in on that a bit here in the Ozarks as well. Slight chance for rain in the forecast. That's what's back by Monday. We are staying dry through the entirety of the weekend forecast, though. So if you got some outdoor projects you want to get done before winter, take advantage of it. The leaves aren't flying around too bad just yet. In fact, we're just now starting to see some of those real pops of fall color, and that will continue as we head into the weekend forecast as well. As we look at rain chances on Monday, it's only a slight chance for rain by Monday, probably about a 20% chance. We've been dry for several days now, and we will need a little drink by the time we get to the early part of next week. I have a small chance for rain in the forecast on Monday evening, but a better chance next week. Looks like it's going to set up for Wednesday, probably the middle of next work week. That one may be more substantial in terms of what you see in the rain gauge. In fact, currently models indicating that it will be a soaker out in northeastern Oklahoma and southeastern Kansas. So western counties here in the Ozarks look to see maybe half-inch of rain next week. This is the middle of next week. Eastern counties, we're not going to see a whole lot, but folks that are still seeing the really dry ground, the drought conditions, you're going to be pretty happy about that back up in our northwestern counties. Today, it couldn't be much better. 73 degrees. I have nothing but sunshine in the forecast. Northwest breeze, as I mentioned. The percent of rain today, 0. I don't think we get a drop. So really nice for those Friday night football games. I mean, perfect fall weather, cool enough to wear the sweatshirts and all the team gear, but not so cold that you're freezing in the stands. Overnight tonight, we'll fall back into the 40s once again. We kind of heat it up and do it again tomorrow. Saturday, 74 degrees, loads of sunshine. By Sunday, we're at 70, extended sunshine through that time frame. And then the cloud cover will build in early next week. I have some clouds returning to the forecast both Monday and Tuesday, and the best chance for rain next week looks like it's going to set up by Wednesday, the middle of the week for next week. Around the country, making headlines that you may hear about over the weekend, we're keeping an eye on Hurricane Norma rapidly intensifying and taking aim at Mexico. So you might see some headlines and some wet weather there. We're protected here in the United States with our ridge of high pressure, so not expecting direct impact from that. And then there is another storm out in the Atlantic. It's now Tropical Storm Tammy. It's strengthening, expected to impact the Leeward Islands and then turn east and move out to open water. Unsettled weather will be in the forecast over the weekend for the East Coast, as I told you, associated with that big cold front marching across the country. Then we are talking about that upper ridge for the western United States, and that will be providing above average temperatures and some tranquil weather for our friends to the west. So a lot going on around the weekend across the country, but here in the Ozarks, the weather just looks kind of calm and quiet. So enjoy your festivities, parades, fall festivals, whatever it is you're doing. It's going to be a great weekend to get outdoors and just take a walk, take a hike, sit on your front porch, do something because it's going to be too nice to miss out on. All right, it is time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question for the day. This is the one that I left you with yesterday. The horror film Halloween is considered a classic, spawning multiple sequels and remakes. But in what year did the original movie release? I know there are a lot of folks that are big fans, especially this time of year. You like to watch all the spooky stuff. The original, do you think it was A, 1976, B, 1980, C, 1978, or D, 1982? Well, some of these years reproduced some remakes of that original. The original actually came out in C, 1978. This was the first one, directed by John Carpenter, also written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. This one was starring Donald Pleasance, Jamie Lee Curtis, PJ Soles, and Nancy Loomis. If you have seen the original, or if you haven't, it's that time of year where everybody looks it up. It was released on October 30th, made a lot of folks run to the box office to get in their spooky movies before Halloween itself. All right, here's your next chance to win $20 to Scooter's Coffee. Another spooky question for you on this Friday. Crossing paths with a black cat is considered bad luck. But where does that superstition originally come from? Do you know? Do you know the history of this? Do you think it is A, from ancient Rome, B, from medieval Europe, C, from ancient China, or D, from medieval Africa? I will have the answer for you early Monday morning on Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Take a stab at it. Don't Google it. That takes all the fun out of it, but take a guess and you could win $20 to Scooter's Coffee. We love to give that away, and it's going to be a great way to start your week next week. So let me know what you think. You can enter your guess over at aroundtheozarks.com. Also there, check out the forecast. You can get up-to-date weather information all day long. Spoiler alert, it's going to be nice every single day this weekend. Enjoy the 70s. Enjoy the sunshine. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. And thank you for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I will catch you next week.